gather to tackle a silent killer that has held many of us back from achieving our dreams. I'm talking about laziness. That feeling of procrastination, lack of motivation, and excuses that seem to creep into our minds and dictate our actions. But I'm here to tell you that it's time to kill your laziness and unleash your true potential. The enemy within laziness is a subtle enemy that can masquerade as comfort, relaxation, or even self-care. But make no mistake, it's a thief that steals our time, our energy, and our opportunities. It's the voice that tells you, just 5 more minutes, or I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow often turns into next week, next month, or next year. As O'Pakenall would say, the bed bug doesn't bite the awake person. We must be aware of our thoughts and actions, and take control of our lives. The power of OpenCTEDI, curiosity, tenacity, empathy, discipline, and innovation, is a framework for achieving success in various aspects of life. By embracing these values, we can overcome laziness and unlock our potential. Curiosity. Be curious about the world around you. Ask questions, seek answers, and explore new ideas. As the Yoruba proverb goes, Akosi ajajitikonimo gone, meaning there is no stranger who doesn't possess some knowledge. Tenacity. Develop a never-give-up attitude. Life is full of challenges, but it's how we respond that matters. O'Pakenall would say, when you fall, don't stay down. Get up, dust yourself, and keep moving. Empathy. Understand and relate to others. Building strong relationships and networks can help us stay motivated and accountable. Discipline. Create habits and routines that support your goals. As the saying goes, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Innovation. Think outside the box and find creative solutions to problems. Remember, the same sun that melts the wax also hardens the clay. We can choose to be the wax or the clay. Tales of wisdom. Let's draw inspiration from O'Pakenall's Tales of Wisdom, the tale of the two frogs. 2 frogs fell into a pit. One kept jumping and eventually escaped, while the other stayed still and died. The moral? Keep moving and never give up. The story of the farmer and the seeds. A farmer planted seeds and waited for them to grow. When they didn't sprout immediately, he became impatient. But the seeds eventually grew, teaching him the value of patience and persistence. The legend of the tortoise and the hare. We all know the story of the slow and steady tortoise who beat the speedy but lazy hare. The lesson? Consistency and hard work can lead to greater success than natural talent alone. Strategies to overcome laziness. So, how can we kill our laziness and achieve our goals? Here are some strategies. Set clear goals. Define what you want to achieve and create a plan to get there. Break tasks into smaller steps. Divide daunting tasks into manageable chunks, and focus on one step at a time. Create a schedule. Plan out your day, week, or month, and stick to it. Use the Pomodoro technique. Work in focused 25-minute increments, followed by a 5-minute break. Find accountability. Share your goals and progress with a friend or mentor, and ask them to hold you accountable. Reward yourself. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Conclusion. Laziness is a habit that can be broken. By embracing OpenCTED and learning from O'Pakenall's Tales of Wisdom, we can overcome procrastination and achieve our goals. Remember, the power to succeed lies within you. It's time to kill your laziness and unleash your true potential. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, today, we gather to address an enemy that lurks not in the shadows of distant lands, but in the quiet corners of our own hearts. It's not a force that wields weapons or raises armies, yet it can bring entire lives to ruin. That enemy is laziness. And so, I stand here to deliver a message, drawn from the ancient tales of O'Pakenall and the wisdom of OpenTEDI and CLSE. Stop your laziness. The silent thief. Laziness is a silent thief. It doesn't announce its arrival with fanfare or thunder, but it creeps into our lives in moments of hesitation and the whispers of "I'll do it tomorrow." It is in these small surrenders that we forfeit our dreams, inch by inch. Opacanal's tales speak of this thief in the story of the sleeping farmer, who spent his days in slumber while weeds overran his land. His neighbors watched in disbelief as the once fertile field became a wilderness. He dreamed of harvests while the seeds rotted in the soil. This parable warns us, dreams unacted upon become burdens of regret. To the cost of comfort, the allure of laziness lies in its comfort. It promises ease and rest, but delivers only stagnation. Open to Die teaches us that comfort is not our true friend when it keeps us from growth. Comfort can be a snare, lulling us into complacency while the world moves forward. CLSC reminds us that every hour lost to laziness is an hour of our life never to be reclaimed. Opportunities pass us by as we sit idle, and each moment of inaction steals a piece of our potential. 3. Awakening the warrior within. But here's the truth: within each of us lies a warrior. A warrior of discipline, purpose, and relentless action. We were not born to be passive observers of our own lives. We were born to create, to build, to overcome. Opacanal's stories speak of the young woman Aoife, who inherited a barren plot of land. Laughed at and dismissed, she rose before dawn each day. She worked with her hands, sowed her seeds, and in time, the land that others scorned became a testament to her diligence. Her success was not born of luck, but of labor. Her story is our story when we refuse to let laziness define our days. For the power of small beginnings, some of us stand frozen by the enormity of our dreams. How can I ever achieve this, we ask. But Open to Die reminds us that small beginnings are the roots of mighty oaks. No great work was built in a day. Each day's effort is a brick in the fortress of our future. CLSE teaches that momentum is built in the smallest of tasks: making the bed, rising at dawn, taking the first step. These tiny victories compound into unstoppable force. Discipline, the antidote to laziness. Discipline is the hammer that shatters laziness. It is the quiet resolve to act, even when comfort calls us back to the bed, the couch, the endless scrolling of distractions. Opacanal shares the tale of Tund, a craftsman who once abandoned his work out of boredom. His father's words, "Let your work be your legacy," echoed in his mind. Tund returned to his tools, and through the discipline of daily effort, he found joy in creation once more. His hands, guided by discipline, turned wood into art, and his spirit found peace in the rhythm of purposeful labor. 6. Purpose, the flame that burns bright. Laziness flourishes in a life without purpose. Purpose is the flame that drives us forward, even when the road is steep. Open to Die speaks of purpose as the compass that aligns our actions with our deepest values. Without it, we drift, unsure and unfulfilled. CLSE teaches that purpose transforms work from a burden to a calling. When we find our why, we find strength to rise each day, regardless of the challenges. 7. Resistance and the battle within. Let us not deceive ourselves. To stop our laziness is to engage in a daily battle. Resistance will come. The voice that says, "Stay in bed," the thought that says, "Tomorrow is better." These are the voices of comfort and fear. Opacanal's tales remind us that the hero's journey always begins with struggle. The hero is not the one without fear, but the one who acts despite it. So too must we rise, each day, ready to do battle with the temptations of ease. 8. The fruits of action. What awaits us on the other side of laziness? Action. Mastery. Fulfillment. I shares that each act of effort creates a ripple that shapes the world around us. A clean home becomes a sanctuary. A written word becomes a story. A helping hand becomes a legacy. Echoes this truth: fulfillment is found not in the dreams we dream, but in the deeds we do. 9. The harvest of persistence. Opacanal's tales are filled with the harvest of persistence. The farmer who tills daily reaps bounty. The artist who paints through exhaustion creates works that outlast him. These are not mere stories, they are reflections of a universal law: action bears fruit. The tale of Aoife's garden, once barren, now bursting with life, is not just about a woman and her land. It is about the life that waits for each of us when we choose action over idleness. Building a legacy of action at the end of our days. we will not count the hours spent in comfort, but the works of our hands and the love we gave. Laziness leaves no legacy, but action does. A life of effort becomes a story worth telling. Opacanal's final tale is of the elder who sat by the fire, surrounded by grandchildren who asked, "What is the secret to a life well lived?" The elder said simply, "Rise each day with purpose. Work each day with love. Leave no task unfinished, no kindness undone." 11 practical steps to conquer laziness. Set clear goals, write them down. Make them real. Break them into small tasks, let no task be too small to matter. Establish a routine, build a rhythm that carries you forward. Eliminate distractions, let your environment support your effort. Celebrate small wins, let each victory renew your strength. Seek support, let others hold you accountable and lift you higher. Remember your purpose, let it be your fuel when your energy wanes. 12 Conclusion, the call to action. So, my friends, let today be the day we stop our laziness, not with shame or guilt, but with a resolve to live fully. Let us honor the tales of Opacanal, the insights of Open to Die, and the guidance of CLSE by choosing action over idleness, purpose over comfort. Rise each day as Eva did, with faith in the power of small steps. Face resistance as Tun did, with the discipline of daily practice. And live as the elder by the fire counseled, with purpose, with effort, and with love. For in the end, it is not the dreams we dream that define us, but the actions we take. Stop your laziness. Embrace your power. Build your legacy. Thank you.